One of the transmitters that we have in our district looks like this. It is called a Roger TouchScreen. I generally supply this to children in preschool and in the elementary schools. You are going to wear it around your neck like this. On the back there's a tab that you can pull to raise it to within 6 to 8 inches of your mouth. So just kind of make your hand like this and make your voice, put it on your chin, and if you can touch it, then you're in a good spot. Okay, to turn it on, you hold down this little button until it blinks green. There, now it's on. There are like 3 different pages on this thing. You're really not going to have to do anything. I'm going to get it all set up for you. But what it does is it connects to the child's receiver. There is a button here that says connect, and initially you will take, or I will take, the child's receiver, put it in my hand, and against the sensor here, put it here and push connect, and it will tell you that the receiver is connected. The receiver, in order to connect, has to have power, just so you know. At any rate, this is a very simple device to use. You put it on, you talk, they have on their receiver, and they hear, and the sound goes directly from the transmitter to the receiver, which is on their head or in their general vicinity, very close by. Couple things to notice about this. In the top, there is a white dot, and it has a green line over top. That is what it looks like when it is in vertical mode. So you have that hanging on you, and it's taking your voice in and it's sending it out. If your student is working in a group setting or just talking with some friends, you lie this down and that orientation changes. So the white dot then has a green circle all the way around. And I'd show it to you, except that I can't because it goes away when you pick it up. Now it is in small group mode, and it will pick up the voices just in the child's nearby vicinity. So if there are 3 or 4 or 5 people sitting around, then their voices are all being picked up. Just lay this in the middle of the table. Another aspect is up in the right-hand corner. It will tell you how many hours and minutes are left on the battery. So it's an internal battery. It's charged to a mini USB port right here. You just plug this into the wall. You should pick a place in your classroom where you have a whole box of equipment. I will bring you a box with a child's name on it, and you can just have a charging port, probably near your desk or in your desk. And when this is not in use, just charge it. There's no penalty, and it won't harm the internal battery if you charge it every night, every weekend, over vacations. It's completely fine. That way it stays with a good long battery life. It has, I think, potential of 13 or 15 hours, something you shouldn't exceed in the course of a school day. Other than that, there are different settings that you're not going to have to use. There is one other piece. There's a cord that comes with it that you plug into this headphone, and you can plug that into an iPad or a tablet or computer, and then the sound from the computer or the tablet will go through the transmitter and into the child's ears. So that's pretty handy for those who are using that kind of thing. But mostly, this just goes around your neck and the child wears a receiver. Also, you can send this with your child out to recess. It's an expensive piece of equipment. It should be well taken care of, but it should be used. So another student can use this. If they have friends, let them take this with them, and that they can use it so that everybody can hear and communicate well. Two other things that you might want to know about this. One is this has a mute button. This is very important because this picks up information from far distances. So, for instance, if your child is in the classroom and you step out into the hallway to talk to somebody else and you have this on, your child is going to hear what you have to say. So if you're having a conversation with another student that your student with hearing loss doesn't need to hear, push the mute button. It will blink red. It's very obvious. If you're going to go out in the hallway and you're going to have a talk with a teacher or on the phone, maybe phone out in the hallway. Anyway, push the mute button. It blinks red. It's pretty obvious. If you're going to go to the restroom, please push the mute button. Otherwise, your student is going to hear everything that happens in there. So you push the mute button. It blinks red. You unmute it by pushing it again. Some teachers have cued their students to mention if they're up there talking, "Oh, your thing is blinking red, push the button," to unmute it. But other than that, it's just a really handy button, and use it when you need it, please. The other thing you might want to know is how to turn it off. So you hold this button down here for a little bit, and a screen will come up that say, "Do you want to turn it off?" And you just push yes, and it will power off. And that's what you need to know about a Roger touchscreen.